The rain fell in heavy sheets, turning the windshield into a smeared canvas of blurred streetlights. Sarah tightened her grip on the wheel, her knuckles whitening as she squinted through the storm. The clock on the dashboard read 2:17 a.m., too late for traffic, too early for dawn. That's when she noticed it. A rusted white van, its single working headlight flickering, lingered a few car lengths behind her. At first, she thought nothing of it, just another night driver. But when she turned left onto Maple Street, the van turned too. Coincidence? She took another turn. Then another. The van never fell behind. Her pulse quickened. She flicked her eyes to the rearview mirror, just in time to see the van speed up, closing the gap. The street was empty. No witnesses. No help. Sarah's breath hitched as she swerved into her driveway, fumbling for her keys. The van rolled to a stop behind her, engine idling. The driver's face was hidden in shadow, but she could feel his stare, unblinking, patient, She bolted inside, deadbolt the door, and called the police. By the time they arrived, the van was gone. The next morning, an officer pulled her aside. That van, it's been spotted before. Missing persons reports. Disappearances. All women. All last seen near a white van with a broken headlight. Sarah's blood ran cold. Because that night, as she locked her doors and checked every window, she realized one horrifying truth. The van knew where she lived. And it would be back. The first tap came at 3:07 a.m. Lucas froze mid-keystroke, his essay forgotten. His dorm room was silent except for the hum of his laptop and the distant groan of pipes. Then, tap 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 like fingernails against glass. Just the oak branch, he told himself. The ancient tree outside his second-floor window often scraped the pane on windy nights. Except, there was no wind. His phone screen lit up with a notification, **3:09 a.m**. The glow cast long shadows across his desk. He swallowed hard and turned toward the window. The branch wasn't moving. But something else was. A shape, darker than the night, shifted just beyond the glass. A silhouette of a man, too tall, too still pressed against the window, his face obscured by the reflection of Lucas's lamp. Lucas's breath fogged the air. His fingers trembled as he reached for his phone. The figure tilted its head. Then, bang, a palm slammed against the glass. Lucas stumbled back, knocking over his chair. By the time campus security arrived, the figure was gone. No footprints in the mulch below. No sign of forced entry. The next morning, the building manager reviewed the security tapes. "Son," the officer said, voice grim, "he's been there every night this week." The footage showed the same tall figure, standing motionless beneath Lucas's window for hours at a time. Watching. Waiting. And on the tape from 2 nights prior, the man testing the window's lock with slow, deliberate fingers. Lucas never slept with the lights off again. The forest swallowed sound. Ethan's boots crunched on frost-stiffened leaves as he pushed deeper into the trail, headlamp cutting a narrow path through the pines. He'd done this hike a dozen times, knew every switchback, every gnarled root. But tonight, the woods felt different. A twig snapped behind him. He paused. Listened. Silence. Just an animal, he told himself, adjusting his pack. He took 3 more steps. Asterisk crunch. Crunch. Crunch asterisk. An exact echo of his own footsteps. Ethan whirled around, light sweeping the path. Empty. His breath came in white plumes as he strained to hear over his pounding heart. Then. Ethan. A whisper, so close it could have been right beside his ear. He ran. Branches lashed at his arms as he crashed off trail, his headlamp bouncing wildly. The footsteps followed, keeping perfect time with his panic. When he finally stumbled into the ranger station at dawn, his lips were blue with cold. They found the carvings the next morning. Deep in the pines, on 7 different trees, someone had carved the same 3 letters. E.T.H. Fresh sap oozed from the cuts like the trees were bleeding. The ranger's radio crackled to life. "We've got another set over here, same initials. These look older." Ethan's blood turned to ice. Because the oldest carving, weathered nearly smooth by decades of growth, proved one terrible truth. Whatever had whispered his name in the dark had been waiting for him for a very long time. The taxi's interior smelled like artificial pine and something darker, metallic, stale. Mark slumped into the cracked leather seat, his breath still foggy from the winter air as he gave the driver his address. The partition glass was smudged with fingerprints, distorting the driver's face into a pale blur in the rearview mirror. "Long night?" the driver asked. His voice sounded wrong, like 2 people speaking at once. Mark didn't answer. He was too busy watching the city lights blur as the taxi accelerated beyond the speed limit. They took a sharp turn down an alley Mark didn't recognize. Then another. The streets grew darker, the buildings more dilapidated. "Hey," Mark tapped the glass. "This isn't the way." The driver didn't respond. The only sound was the click of all 4 doors locking simultaneously. Mark's stomach dropped. He grabbed the door handle, stuck. The partition glass slid down just enough for him to see the driver's gloved hands, the way they clenched the wheel too tight. The taxi swerved onto a deserted service road, tires kicking up gravel. Then Mark saw it, the dashboard. No meter. No license. Just a dangling air freshener shaped like a black rose, spinning slowly. When police found the abandoned taxi 3 days later, the back seat reeked of bleach. The registration number led to a decommissioned cab crushed in a junkyard years prior. And the driver? The only trace was a single black leather glove left on the front seat, still warm to the touch. The first time Lauren noticed something wrong, she blamed sleep deprivation. Her favorite coffee mug sat slightly left of center. The bathroom mirror tilted at a strange angle. Then came the midnight phone calls, just heavy breathing and the faint sound of a camera shutter. Security footage showed nothing. Friends suggested stress. But the morning Lauren found her bedroom window unlocked, despite swearing she'd bolted it, her blood turned to ice. That's when she set the trap. Lauren pretended to leave for work, then doubled back silently. The sight of her closet door creeping open without a sound nearly stopped her heart. A gloved hand emerged first, then the familiar face of Daniel from apartment 3B, the quiet neighbor who'd carried her groceries last winter. His smile shattered when Lauren lunged from her hiding place, pepper spray hissing. They crashed through the bedroom in a tangle of limbs. When Daniel's emergency kit spilled open, syringes and zip ties scattered across the floor. But the worst discovery waited under her bed, a wooden box containing locks of hair, Polaroids of Lauren sleeping, and a news clipping about the apartment collector, who'd taken 3 women already. The knife came out as Daniel pinned her. Lauren's fingers found the fireplace poker. Police would later match the trophies to missing persons cases. But in that moment, all Lauren knew was the wet thunk of metal meeting flesh, and the blessed silence when the breathing finally stopped.